Hi, my name is Ted Heller, and welcome to North Penn's Finest. Joining me today, we have three special guests, and we're going to be talking about the Penndale Show Choir and their busy day up in New York City back last Thanksgiving. Joining me now, we have two parents of the participants, Barb Delp on your far left, Ellen Mortis, and the director of the Penndale Middle School Show Choir, Laura Barletta. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Laura, it sounds like you had a busy day on Thanksgiving. Can you tell me about what was the day like?
We were up at 4 in the morning. We walked to Penn, the Pennsylvania Hotel. Kids were up in rehearsal 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, so you were up there before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
When did you? When
we
was
went
the
up Tuesday, and they were in rehearsal from 4 to 10 that evening with a 20-minute break only, and then from 10 to 11 out at Herald Square for the cameras. Wednesday morning at 6:30, they were up at the top of the Pennsylvania Hotel making Kits for Kids and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the homeless.
Which we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Then we had rehearsal from 9 to 12, and then we had a break for lunch, took the kids to see Jekyll and Hyde, back in rehearsal again from 6 to 10 that night.
Ellen, I just saw you smile when when they said Jekyll and Hyde. Why was the smile?
Well, not only is it an opportunity for our children here in the community to go to New York to experience cosmopolitan cultural events, but Jekyll and Hyde was the highlight, and it was the only free time that we had. It was an outstanding performance, even for a veteran in Broadway. The children just lived, breathed, and ate it, and it was a privilege to be able to attend.
Mm-hmm. Well, following the show, what happened?
Back to rehearsal.
Yeah, sure.
Real life.
No sleep and no eating. No, back to rehearsal till 10 o'clock again that night, and then we had dinner at 10:30.
At night?
At night.
Good. That's
yes.
when they do in New York City, I guess.
Yes, and a lot of walking, and then the next morning, and it was 22 degrees below zero was the wind chill factor Thanksgiving morning. Kids were up, ready to go, and up at the top of the Pennsylvania Hotel 6 o'clock in the morning for a costume check and a little run through, and then walked down 44 flights of steps out into Herald Square to get ready to perform. We had to stand in formation for about 45 minutes with the wind chill factor of 22 below zero.
One of these hurry up and waits?
Hurry up and wait, yes.
Sure. Barb, what was your role?
Well, I was just there as a parent chaperone. Both my girls were there on the trip, and I purposely tried not to chaperone my own children, but I took a group of kids and just made sure that they were where they needed to be and that they got to where they needed to be, because for the most part, we walked everywhere. So, you know, taking a group of 25 kids through the Thanksgiving weekend in New York City is daunting at best, but it was really a great opportunity.
Tell me about your two children that you had in this. What grades? And
I have Susie, who's 7th grade, and Carrie, who's in 8th grade, and it's both of their first year in show choir. So for them, it was just it was a wonderful experience. It really was. I mean, they got to tell their friends they were going to be marching for their school in the Macy's Day Parade, and it just was wonderful.
Now, it wasn't just the first, let me back up a second. The Penndale Show Choir. Did you take the full show choir?
No, it was open to the entire show choir, but only 25 of the 32 came along.
Was there any cost that they had to do any fundraising
We
at
did
all?
fundraising. In fact, we had a big fundraising dance, made $3,500 with that. Then the kids sold pastries and things, and each child made their own amount of money. Some made $35, some made $250. So a lot of the cost was deferred by fundraising.
Ellen, did you happen to see the telecast? Did you get on the tape at all?
Yes. Yes, we used the term in our family, we divided and conquered the holiday.
Oh.
My husband took my other two children south for his family clan gathering. He taped with the VHS, videotape, and I took my camcorder with me. So it was quite an experience to record John Jacobson, the choreographer, work with such a positive, inspirational way with these children. So, 1,100 in one group, and I videotaped a lot of the rehearsal and the street action too with the children.
How did the kids, in your eyes, Barb, how did the kids respond to an event like this?
You know what? They really rose to the occasion, because they got there, and here they are, a group of 25 out of 1,000+ kids, which was just amazing. It would be so easy to get lost. And then the director split up the kids so that they weren't even 25 Penndale kids together. In this big sea, some got to go front. Kelly Laro got to dance in the dance line that was at the front of the parade. Steve Persons got to hold whatever that was, a letter or something. And they just were wonderful. They didn't complain about the long rehearsals. They, maybe they got tired of walking, but that's about the worst. And they just they surprised me with how professional they could be.
Truly.
When one is under pressure, you never know, and it's
We were
great to hear.
thrilled.
Yeah.
We
That's
really
great
were
to hear.
thrilled with how well they responded.
Ellen, do you know of any North Penn kids that got TV time? Did they get the telecast?
Kelly did
Kelly Lauro and also Lindsay Harris. They were both picked by John for a specialty segment. There were 10 ballerinas out of 1,000 kids, and there were 8 that did a special funk routine. And they picked Lindsay for that in the sea of all the kids rehearsing. And naturally I was proud because there were 2 Penndale kids, out of 1,000 kids, 40 schools from all over the United States.
Now, you as the director, where were you for this performance? Are they strict? Do they not want you around?
When the kids performed on Herald Square, all the teachers had to stand on a sideline
Sure.
and freeze and watch and root for your kids. And then in the parade, we actually marched alongside the kids.
When the parade was over, did you come right home? Did you pack up? What did you do?
We walked back to our hotel, packed up. We were able to have a late checkout, got on a bus, and came back home.
Oh, and what day did you come home?
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
We got home back to Penndale about 5:30.
Was the event just high school students, or was it all middle
It
school?
was junior high, high school, and college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great experience. You made a mention about making sandwiches.
Yes.
Can you tell me something about
Yes. Part of
That's okay.
hello. Part of America Sings is community work and helping those less fortunate than us through music and singing and dancing. Because John's philosophy is that God gave us a gift and we need to share that
Can
gift.
we review who's John again?
John Jacobson is the founder of America Sings and also the choreographer, and I use a lot of his music and choreography. I usually go to his workshops and take kids with me in the summer. So all of our show choir things are predominantly John's that we use, and he's such a positive, upbeat person, just an incredible person for the kids to be around. America Sings, through our music and our singing and our dancing, we share with those less fortunate than us. And the kids made 1,000 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to feed the homeless. And some of our kids worked in soup kitchens. We did community work before we went up. We performed at Villa St. Joseph for the nuns who are invalid, who can't go out of their rooms, who, in fact, one of which was one of my teachers. And the kids, actually, she's paralyzed from the neck down, and the kids sang for her in her room.
It's
and
nice to return the favor.
it was great.
Yeah.
It was really great. And it really touched the kids.
Why was Penndale selected, or is anyone invited, or what's the process of getting onto this program?
Not everyone is invited. Through going to the workshops and John seeing some of our students, he asked if we would be interested in participating in the Macy's Parade, which we did last year. And then because our kids were so well behaved and performed so well, we were asked back again this year. So it's quite an honor.
I agree. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Barb, before we get to our next statement, let me ask you about your children. Is this a life-changing experience, and how do you see that impact with them?
Well, it was a life-changing experience in that they went out and did sort of a very adult thing, in that it was an adult experience to spend Thanksgiving weekend in New York on the streets for the most part. And it also gave them a really good picture that a lot of kids in the suburbs don't get of what the need really is out there. Every time we even walked someplace that weekend, somebody was saying, "Can you help the homeless?" Or there was a panhandler, or something that reminded them of what they really were up there about.
You don't see a lot of that in Lansdale.
No, you don't see much of that.
Ellen, what about your children?
Well, I have one 7th grader in show choir. She was elated as just a young 7th grader to make the auditions as an alto. Laura was our elementary teacher for 2 or 3 years, and through her we go to New York annually as part of our family adventure. We always see a Broadway musical. But for Taryn, my daughter is not strong in dance. She plays 2 instruments, sings.
Now you're talking.
Now, but what they don't see, on TV you see the final performance. These students rehearsed minimum 8 hours a day. It was a grueling schedule. Never complaints. They rose. They were as flexible as we older chaperones were, and they really saw the nitty-gritty behind the scenes. in a very positive, appropriate way.
The other thing that was so neat, if I can interject,
Sure,
is
please.
Absolutely.
when John sends us a videotape ahead of time that we have to teach our students the whole routine, the music, everything. And I said to the kids, don't be surprised when you get there if he changes the whole thing. And he did. He changed the whole routine. So they had maybe 20 hours to relearn 2 entire songs.
In less than 20 hours.
In less than 20
So they
hours.
saw the real professional process of creation.
Isn't that the truth? Laura, what are any future performances coming up with the show choir? What's going on at Penndale?
April 25th, we perform for the Secretary's Dinner. We did perform for the Superintendent at Christmas time. We are performing in Disney. May 10th, we were asked to perform at Disney, so we're going.
You're going everywhere,
May 10th.
covering up the whole
Yeah.
East Coast. That's fabulous.
Yeah, so kids are excited.
Well, I want to thank all of you for being here with me. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and ask some students, but we're also going to show a clip of what we were talking about. So that will be coming up next. Barb, Ellen, Laura, thank you ladies very much for joining me. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some of the students who participated in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day performance. Thank you.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
Be cool about fire safety.
What would you do if you were on fire? I don't know. Jump in a tub? No, you gotta stop, drop, and roll.
If your clothes got fire, you gotta drop to the ground. If your clothes got fire, you gotta roll round and round. You just stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and don't you ever stand. Roll round and round and cover your face with your hands. You just stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Get down on the ground and stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll, baby.
And welcome back to North Penn's Finest. We're just checking your color TV sets because we've got some. We are in costume now. Is this correct? We're in costume. We're talking today about America Sings. The Penndale Middle School Show Choir took a field trip up, or more than a field trip, a working trip, I should say, up to New York City. And joining me now on my far end here is my good friend Steve Persons, Carrie O'Cotney, Lee Casper, and Cara Corradetti. Okay? And welcome to the show, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's talk about show choir. Let's talk about Mrs. Barletta behind her back. Steve, why would you try out? What's the thing about show choir? What do you like about show choir?
It gives us a chance to sing and do what we like to do best, and to go all over the place and have a lot of fun.
Okay. Steve, what grade are you in?
9th.
Did you play any instruments at all, or?
Yeah, I play the cello in the orchestra.
When were the auditions for this?
I auditioned 2 years ago, so I auditioned back in September in 8th grade.
Carrie, what about yourself?
I also joined at the beginning of 8th grade. It's really fun, just in general, show choir. It's a good chance to go to a lot of different places and sing and dance. So.
When do you practice?
Practice every Tuesdays from 3 to 5, and every once in a while, usually towards performances, we'll practice till 7 o'clock, and we'll have like a pizza rehearsal, and we'll get pizzas or
A pizza rehearsal?
Yeah, and we'll
Sounds
have
good.
a little snack
My kind
for
of
dinner.
rehearsal.
So.
Lee, what about yourself?
I originally auditioned in 7th grade.
Did you get to pick these colors, Lee? Or did you get stuck with that color?
No.
Not that this is a bad color, but
To tell you the truth, I did not pick this color.
it really makes your eyes sparkle.
Thank you so much. No, in 7th grade I auditioned, and I've been in ever since. I love it. It's just a great experience. It's a lot of talented people, talented young men and women doing what they love to do, you know?
Kara, what about yourself?
I auditioned in the beginning of 8th grade, and it's a great opportunity because...
You're in 9th grade right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a great opportunity because there aren't too many chances for people who like to sing and dance to get involved around here, so it's great.
Steve, tell me about, when did you hear about this America Sings? When was it presented to you?
It was originally presented to me last year when we went to Chicago for the America Sings Festival, and that was a lot of fun. And
Boy, Miss Barletta, no wonder you guys want to be in this place. You go everywhere with her.
Yeah,
I should have been in show choir. Although stay with the band, I still think that's an important thing too. I'm sorry, before I interrupted you.
Yeah, and this past summer I went to one of his workshops and with Miss Barletta, and that was also a lot of fun. It was really motivational, and we learned a lot of new steps for like the songs that we're going to do this year. So that was a lot of fun, and good. It helped me because I'm not the best dancer.
What about yourself, Kara? You a good dancer?
I don't know. I can usually pick things up, and we have a great choreographer, Mrs. Tomsko, so that really helps a lot, and she helps us. So.
Lee, when you first wanted to audition, what kind of experience does it take to get into show choir?
Well, it's not as much experience. Miss Barletta likes to call us I guess the most talented singers in Penndale, and I think that it's you have to have a certain level of talent, I guess, to get in, and I guess that says a lot for Penndale because she doesn't turn too many people away. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't take as much experience as it does talent, I guess.
Say you're a student coming up into Penndale, you're coming from one of the elementary schools. Karen, let me ask you this question. What grade can you start with show choir?
7th grade.
Is that when you started, or?
I started in 8th grade.
Steve, now let's talk about the event up in New York. What was it like? Did you enjoy the bus ride? What was the favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part of the trip was definitely marching in the parade and the performance at Herald Square, and I really loved Jekyll and Hyde. It was really fun.
Carrie, how long is that parade that you marched?
I think it was like 3.5 hours, maybe. It was really long, and it was cold. So.
Well, yeah. What did you do when you got hungry?
Well, you couldn't do anything. We didn't really. We had breakfast usually in the mornings in the chaperones' hotel rooms. They brought bagels and stuff like that. So I think we had something light before we marched, but other than that, we didn't get anything till the bus ride home, and then we stopped, and we had snacks and stuff in our rooms.
Lee, tell us about the full day on Thanksgiving. What was that like? What time did you get up?
Well, I got up around 6.
Now, you're rooming in a hotel. I assume you're in a hotel.
Yeah.
Rooming with how many other people?
I was rooming with 3 other people. 3 other guys. Yeah.
In New York City. Okay.
Yeah.
Without any chaperones in the room at the time, just making sure that was the room clean the whole time, and.
Well, it was clean. I mean, there was clothes on the floor, but that's just
It's just making it look like home.
Right. We got up really early. I don't even remember what time it was. And we went down to the Pennsylvania Hotel, went to the very top floor, and we made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We made kits for kids with shampoo and soap and all those good things. And then we went down and we actually practiced a little bit in the Pennsylvania Hotel. And then we went down all the stairs because it was hard to get everybody into the elevator. And then we lined up and waited for them to say, march on into Herald Square. And then we did it, and we performed, and it was a lot of fun. And then we marched the whole parade.
And that didn't bother you at all?
Not really, because it was my second year doing it. I had gone with Miss Barletta, as Carrie had as well, the year before, and we had known what to expect. So it was actually a lot of fun.
So was this your whole costume? Did you wear coats at all? I think it was cold that day, wasn't it?
It was very cold that day. We had white gloves that we didn't wear today, and we had, I think I had like 4 pairs of white gloves underneath the ones that they gave us, and hand warmers and foot warmers, and 25 pairs of socks, and lots of layers underneath everything. But this was the outer.
The shell.
Yeah.
Kara, did you have a chance to meet any new faces at all? Any friends? Any new friends? Did
Yeah,
you have
we
that
did.
opportunity?
When we got split up originally during the practices, we just got thrown in with tons of people we didn't know, and it was really cool to see how everyone's so different, but everyone's really just so alike in the fact that we all have something in common that we like to do, but there's so many things about each other that we were able to learn. It was really neat.
What was your favorite event in this trip?
I think Jekyll and Hyde, seeing the show, was a lot of fun. We got to see the cast afterwards, and they came out and they signed programs, and they posed for pictures with us, and that was just a lot of fun.
Lee, what was your favorite?
Well, I definitely enjoyed Jekyll and Hyde. I was disappointed that David Hasselhoff wasn't there that day, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. Other than that, I actually enjoyed the practicing. I mean, it's just so much fun to sit there and listen to John Jacobson yell at you and just be like all
He wasn't
happy.
yelling. He
Well, he
was-
doesn't yell, but
It was instruction.
It was happy yelling.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, and there's a difference.
There is. I just love that.
Carrie, what was your favorite?
Probably Lee stole mine. The rehearsals was probably my favorite, next to Jekyll and Hyde, and the rehearsals were so, like they said before, like he was a very motivational, inspirational kind of person, and he's so happy all the time, and it made you want to be happy, even like, and you know, the 6th hour that you were there dancing, and you're like, I don't want to do one more like burst clap, and he, you know, with his smile and everything, and he just said, okay, let's do it again, and we did it again, and we were great, and everybody, you know, no one lost any sharpness or anything. Everyone just kept going.
Did anyone get any TV time, do you know?
My friend Lindsay Harris did. She was picked out of 1,100 for a special funk dance, and only 8 kids were picked, and she got on camera. And then another girl from our school, Kelly Laurel, was picked to be a ballerina, and that was 10. There was 10 of them, and they did another special part of the dance.
Now, you are years away from graduating from high school. Is this something you want to do in the future? Steve, is something, do you want to continue singing, dancing once you graduate from high school?
I'd like to continue singing and dancing and acting, but I'd also like to be an elementary teacher somewhere 1st to 3rd grade.
Why would you want to be an elementary school teacher?
Because I enjoy kids, and you also get to sort of act and use your abilities if you're a teacher to bring your talents and stuff to the classroom and be a really good teacher, because my mom's also a teacher too.
Great, great. What's your mom teach?
1st grade at Glenmore.
Okay. Carrie, what about yourself when you graduate? Any ideas?
I also want to be a teacher. I would like to continue singing and dancing and acting in high school, but I'm not sure about after high school.
What do you want to teach?
Elementary school.
A lot of interest here.
Yeah.
All right. Any particular grade?
I liked 6th grade a lot and 2nd grade.
What school? What elementary school did you go to?
I went to Bridle Path Elementary for 3rd grade through 6th grade, and Knapp for 2nd grade, and then went to a different school.
Well, I definitely would. I want to keep on acting and singing and dancing and whatever I do. That's all my life is in terms. I mean everything. But if it doesn't happen to work out for me, I definitely want to go into the field of early childhood education. I love babies and all that.
Is this a show choir thing, or is this?
Well, I think also the way Miss Barletta teaches, I think, would want anyone to be a teacher and be able to be like her, because she's a great teacher and she's a great person and director and everything. So she definitely.
Did you really mean that, or did she pay you?
No, I really meant that sincerely.
Fabulous.
She's a great person.
wonderful compliment. Kara, what about yourself?
I want to go straight to New York and audition and go on Broadway.
You don't need to be an elementary school teacher.
I do want to get a degree in teaching.
Okay.
Surprise. And I want to teach 5th grade at Bridle Path Elementary.
Okay. What do you want to do up in New York? You want to be on Broadway?
Oh, yeah.
What is your favorite Broadway production? Have
Annie
you seen
Gets Your Gun with Bernadette Peters.
And you've seen her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Lee, do you have a favorite musical?
Out of all of them, I'd have to say it's probably Damn Yankees. That's just an exciting show. I love it.
Carrie?
We went to see Rent earlier this year, and I loved that. And when I was younger, the first Broadway show I ever saw was Beauty and the Beast, and that was also phenomenal. It's like way to bring Disney to the theater.
That's all right. Steve?
My favorite Broadway show would be Les Miserables, because I love how it's just all music and it's really, really talented cast.
I want to thank Steve, Carrie, Lee, and Kara for joining me on the program. I also want to thank Barb Delp, Ellen Mortis, and Laura Barletta for their time today. Laura also wanted me to make a special thank you because apparently this trip was it was running out of time to get approved, and with the help of Bert Hines, the school board, and Dr. Venom and Dr. Hassler, superintendent, she really wanted to make sure she thanked those individuals for helping that get along. Again, thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great time up in Thanksgiving. And my name is Ted Heller. Thank you for joining us here on North Penn's Finest, and we'll see you next time.
It's my birthday. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I told you, don't be bringing that weak stuff in here. Yeah. Who's the man? Who's the man?
Exercised lately?
When you mentor a child, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be yourself. Do good. Mentor a child. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun. Come on, go for cakes. Cakes are for everyone. Just one snack is what it takes. And it's Gopher cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle, the circle that helps this circle. It starts when we recycle trash. It's completed when we buy products made from recycled materials. Check the label for post-consumer recycled content. Buy the highest percentage you can find. Complete the circle.
For your free shopping guide, call 1-800-CALL-EDF.